Hi, this is Brandon Fisher with Precision Defensive Solutions,
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
and we're going to talk about this beautiful little thing on the table here.
What is it, hon?
This is the HK VP9 2020, and we're going to talk about all the little benefits that it has. And first of all, for all you internet Nazis out there, clear gun. Okay.
So it's your newest toy.
It is my newest toy, and I've been promising people a review on it, and we've run it through some classes, and we've shot quite a bit through it, and so let's talk about it a little bit.
So what attracted you to it?
So when I was looking, one of our goals with the company is trying to give people options, give them a chance to get different guns in their hands and different to kind of feel what they like and what they don't like, and because let's face it, I bought guns that I thought I was going to love and hated.
Oh yes.
So we try not to do that anymore, and we try to help people not do the same thing and prevent mistakes. So the good people over at Active Self-Protection, thanks John and Neil and Steph and everybody over there, you guys definitely turned me on to HK.
Yeah, thanks. Like you didn't need anything else to spend money on.
So I had heard that the feel of the gun was really good. The trigger was really good. You could customize the grip on it. So I thought, well, hey, that's probably a good option for people because, different hand sizes and whatnot. Plus, we've been getting a lot of left-handers in class.
We actually have.
We have, yep. So that's one of the things that I was thinking too. Plus, a lot of women in class. So we've had a lot of women that were fairly recoil sensitive, and so that was a concern. So I bought a VP9, not the 2020, and just a regular VP9, specifically for use of class. I shot it one time and absolutely fell in love with it. So I decided I wanted one with an optic. Well, that's when I found out that HK was putting out the 2020 version, and so I got one of those within a month.
Yes, you were hounding me. Can we go to Top Shot? Can we go to Top Shot and see if they have one, please, please?
And
so what's the difference between the one we bought and the 2020?
So the one there's very little difference between the older VP9 and this one. Okay. The nice thing about the 2020 version is it ships with two 17-round magazines, and the optics cut is already in the slide. So you can get different optics plates, mounting plates from HK directly. They're like $29, $30, something like that. You can mount just about any optic on it that you want.
So you don't have to send it to someone to have them cut out.
Right.
Where the plate would go.
Right. So in all honesty, that saves a whole bunch of money. Because it's not cheap to have the slide milled. Because once you have it milled, you're going to have it refinished. Some people do, some people don't. If you got some brains, you do. Otherwise, you got a gun that looks pretty bad. And so this coming right from the factory makes it a whole lot easier. And with the popularity of optics on guns, that was another thing that attracted me to the idea of a red dot. Was we're getting people who are over 40 and their eyesight's changing a lot. So I thought, me being me, let's see if the dots help. And so that's one of the reasons why I went with this one also.
So is there a big price difference between the 2020 version and the older versions?
So I think the price difference in what we paid was maybe $30. So it's not a big difference. And for two magazines that hold two more rounds than the old ones, great. And if you've got an older VP9 and you want the 17 round mags, great. You can get the 17 round mags and they'll work just fine.
You had said that the VP9 is customizable with the grips.
Right. So the nice thing about the VP9, and it's the same thing with the SK versions and the P30s, a lot of manufacturers have started being able to change the back straps. So you get a little bit more length on the grip and a little bit more distance depending on your hand size. However, HK took it further and they give you options to change the side panels also. So they give you three different sizes to choose from the sides and the back. So you can, and they all interchange with each other.
And you can't even tell. Like, it looks like it's all melted together.
Right.
That's probably not the right word, but
yeah, just like it's part of the mold.
yes.
Yep. Yeah, they really did a beautiful job on this on that design, and I really can appreciate that because my hands being smaller. My palms are thick and strong, but my fingers are very short, so it's hard to, find guns that fit my hand, especially double stack, full size guns. The other thing that I kind of like about this gun is that it does have tabs on the back of the slide. So if you've got somebody that doesn't necessarily have good finger strength, or they don't like this method of over the top and pull, and even that, you can get your finger in it and give you something more to grab onto than just the serrations in the slide. So that's another nice feature of the gun. The other nice feature of the VP9 is that it has, it's completely ambidextrous. So if you're left-handed, you can drop the mag with your left hand or right hand, drop the slide. I'm going to drop the magazine with your left thumb, so you can do it completely left-handed. And it's not just one of those cases that you have to switch the mag release and then fumble with everything else. It is completely ambidextrous.
And most guns aren't like that.
Right, most guns aren't. In fact, I can't even think of any that are completely ambidextrous 100% right from the factory, other than the HKs.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about the Holosun, the Optic.
So, I've looked at numerous optics.
Yes, you
And
dragged me to stores, and I'm like, okay, they're all the same.
they're all the
Minus,
same.
they're too expensive.
Yeah, yep. We had, let's see, we did a Romeo 1 from SIG. That one didn't work out well for me because I got a starburst image from it. Tried the Loophole Delta Point Pro, got the same thing. It wasn't as bad, but pretty much the same thing. Plus it's significantly larger than the Holosun, and $150 more expensive. The thing that really attracted me to the Holosun was one, its size. Two, that when I looked through it, I didn't get the starburst look. So I thought, well, that's really going to make a difference. The nice thing about the Holosun, and I know this has kind of made a difference with you too, is that you didn't like just the dot because it's hard to find. And this gives an option of 3 different reticles, which we'll show down below in the video. And interestingly enough, I was a big fan of the dot, and I thought that's where I was going to shoot the best. In the process of doing this review, I switched over to the reticle with the circle and the dot and shot better with that. And so,
And that's the one I like.
And that's the one you like. So,
I need a slightly bigger target.
Yep.
Or sight, I should say.
Yeah. It's easier to find. It's I'm finding it to be just as accurate. So it works well. The other thing is the battery life on the Holosun was a big thing with me. My concern about going to a gun to carry with another point of failure with the battery was how long is that battery life? So the Holosun, if you go full battery, you're going to get about 5 years out of it. So it's 50,000 hours. If you use the solar and battery, you'll get about 100,000 hours, so you get about 10 years out of the battery.
And are you actually going to stick with the gun for 10 years?
Well, this one I might. I like this gun a lot. But it's a very nice option. We've used it numerous times with students that had varying vision issues from people who were wearing trifocals, which we're seeing a lot too, to people who just have aging eyes, and to guys who have perfectly 20/20 vision, and even they said, wow, that made a huge difference in being able to acquire the sight and the target and being more accurate with it. So,
and it's not that big. And I know some of the other ones, they were much taller.
Yeah, they were much taller, a little heavier, and I mean, when you pick up the VP9 without the optic and the VP9 with the optic, I really can't tell a weight difference in it.
How much does the VP9 weigh?
Weighs in around 25.5 ounces without the dot. So figure on another 2 or 3 ounces, give or take, with the Holosun.
So about a little bit less than 2 pounds.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a big deal, and even carrying it, I haven't really noticed a difference. Yes, I notice the size difference, but I don't notice the weight difference, which is nice.
Have you had any issues carrying it?
The only issue that I've had carrying it, and I think honestly it's got more to do with body size, is that with the holster I'm using, it pulls the grip in nice and tight, hides the grip really, really well, and that's usually the problem point with a gun when you're carrying it. But with this particular gun, it actually pushes this point, just this point of the slide out just a little bit more than I'd like to. So still playing with that a little bit, but otherwise it has not been a problem at all.
So just no muscle shirts.
No, yeah, no muscle shirts. But the holster that I picked for it is a Dark Star Gear Orion holster. It's we've got the wedge on it, and we've got the wing on it to pull it back, so it gives a little bit more comfort. Ride height's good. I use the soft belt loops on it, which is really nice. So it balances out really well.
Is there anything else you want to say about it?
No, I think this is a great option for people. There's a lot of great polymer guns out there, and there's just numerous different styles. I know a lot of people, they instantly go for the Glock. I am not. I shoot Glocks okay. I'm not a huge fan of them. I think the HKs are very well built, and so one of the things that I absolutely loved about this gun, while you asked me that, was the internals are pretty beefy. So it absolutely makes a big difference. Okay. So I would say for the price point, for a little bit more money, $50 to $75 more, I would definitely recommend the HK over most anything else. I was shooting a P320 a lot before I got this, and I really like this better than the 320. And I didn't think I was going to find a polymer pistol I liked better than the 320. So, but that's about it. I think it's a great gun. I highly recommend it. If you guys want to see the reliability, go look at some of John Corria's videos when he's talking about how he shot 24,500 rounds last year. And he puts a lot of rounds downrange in his guns, and all those guys do, and they just run for him. So absolutely recommend it.
To show the accuracy of the VP9 2020 with the Holosun 507C, I have taken some pictures of my targets at varying distances. Take a look at the grouping size and the notes in the pictures, but also note the recoil data that I got from the Mantis X10.
Stay safe. Thank you.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to visit us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you are interested in a class, please give us a call at 330-888-0545 or visit us on our website at www.ncpda.us.